You notice it before you ever see it. A sensation more than a detail. A feeling that something inside this Bugatti is shaping the cabin in a way no camera has ever captured. Even the owners who live with these machines every day walk past it without knowing it exists. It is silent, invisible, and buried deep within the car's identity. Yet it changes the experience so profoundly that once you understand it, you wonder why Bugatti never talked about it. Perhaps because it was never meant to be filmed. It was meant to be felt. Most people believe they know the Bugatti philosophy. Extreme power, relentless speed, engineering that borders on impossible. But the true essence of a Bugatti is not loud. It is controlled. It is precise. It protects the driver from the chaos created by a 16-cylinder engine that could tear the air apart. Owners feel this calm every time they drive, yet almost none of them understand the hidden system that creates it. The magic is not in the obvious places. It is not the titanium, the carbon weave, or the unmistakable silhouette. It is something no lens can reveal. Picture the cabin. You notice the familiar details, the clean spine of the dashboard, the cool metallic tactility of the switches, the leather that feels impossibly smooth. Everything looks exposed, honest, almost minimal. But look carefully, and there is a section of the central tunnel that seems unusually solid, unusually warm, almost as if it is alive. Bugatti hides a micro-thermal vibration damper underneath that panel, a device that no one outside the engineering team has ever successfully filmed because it activates only under very specific conditions and only for a fraction of a second. It is the quietest guardian in the car. This damper exists to solve a problem that should not be solvable. When the W16 sends shock energy through the chassis at full load, it creates microscopic vibrations that most cars simply absorb or ignore. But Bugatti refuses to let even those microscopic movements reach the driver. To preserve serenity at speeds that most aircraft do not touch, Bugatti engineered a tiny thermal module that anticipates vibration spikes and neutralizes them before the driver ever feels them. It does not look spectacular. It does not glow, pulse, or move in a way that would impress a camera. It simply eliminates turbulence at the smallest possible scale. Imagine how it functions. A ceramic metal composite thinner than a coin sits inside a cradle that looks like nothing more than structural insulation. But inside that piece lives a reactive grid that changes stiffness when exposed to heat from the central tunnel. As the W16 generates more thermal energy, the grid tightens, stabilizes, and counteracts vibration pulses in real time. It behaves almost like a muscle responding to stress. You can almost sense the cabin settling, not because it becomes still, but because the car predicts the forces before they arrive. What makes this feature extraordinary is the craftsmanship required to build it. Each module is handmade. Engineers inspect every single reactive channel under magnification, checking alignment to tolerances smaller than a human hair. The composite core must be bonded at a temperature that allows the grid to flex without cracking, yet remain rigid enough to perform at 400 km/h. It is not a component that can be rushed. It is shaped by technicians who have worked on Bugatti interiors for decades, individuals who understand that luxury is not the presence of softness, but the absence of disturbance. The psychological effect of this hidden system is profound. A Bugatti feels strangely calm at speeds that should overwhelm the senses. The steering remains light. The cabin remains clear. You notice the world rushing past, but you do not feel attacked by it. Your mind stays sharp because the car removes the friction your body would normally feel under such force. There is nothing dramatic about the experience. It is simply pure, clean, uncompromised. The car creates the conditions for confidence before you even realize it. You understand this better when you drive a car that does not have it. The vibrations may be small, almost unnoticeable at first, but they accumulate. Your hands feel them. Your spine absorbs them. The calm disappears. Speeds above 250 suddenly feel chaotic. Even powerful cars begin to reveal their limits. But a Bugatti with its invisible thermal damper feels untouched by the pressure. Before this system, speed was thrilling but exhausting. After it, speed becomes refined, almost elegant. There is also the rarity. This module is never discussed publicly. It does not appear in brochures. There is no official mention of it in technical breakdowns. Even most Bugatti service technicians never see it because it is sealed during assembly. The cost of producing a single damper is higher than the cost of an entire dashboard in other luxury cars. Bugatti accepts the cost not because it is necessary for performance, but because it is necessary for perfection. It is the kind of hidden detail brands use when they are building a legacy, not a product. And it lasts. The grid does not fatigue. It does not soften with age. The composite is designed to endure thermal cycles for decades without losing reaction speed. Even after thousands of kilometers, the cabin remains as calm as it was on day one. Bugatti engineers build the module with a century-long mindset, knowing that these cars will still exist long after their creators are gone. Longevity is not a promise. It is coded into the smallest parts of the machine. This is the hidden feature no one has ever filmed. The quietest heartbeat inside a car defined by extremes. It shapes how you feel, how you trust the machine, how you remember the drive long after it ends. It proves that true luxury is the mastery of the invisible, the refinement of forces you never see, and the pursuit of calm where no calm should exist. And as you step out, the air around the car feels strangely still, as if the silence follows you. Bugatti never built this feature for attention. It built it for purity, for control, for the kind of perfection only a few will ever understand. And that is why you keep looking back, knowing there are details inside this machine that the world may never witness, yet transform every moment behind the wheel.